Ah, greetings. I bid you welcome, traveler. Come, sit, relax. Let this ancient storyteller do what he does best. Hmm? What is that? What do I mean by ancient storyteller? That is a long and tragic tale. Speaking of tragic, I have just the story I wish to tell you. 'Tis a short story of what happens when one is left in the void of abandonment and is forced to dwell within the confines of their dark depression. This is One Last Letter, written by Forgotten Dreams.
Dear Twilight Sparkle, I am sorry, but this will be the last letter that I will be writing for you. Over the course of the years, I have served you faithfully, never complaining. I have watched as you grow into a promising princess of Equestria. I have seen with my own eyes what happens to this nation without you and our friends. However, that was years ago. Time has marched on. I have watched as all of you grow old, and I, because dragons age much slower, remain the same. That never bothered me at first, but when Rarity had her first foal, it dawned on me that so long as I lived with ponies, I would never find my life mate. However, I knew that because I lived with ponies all my life, no dragoness would want to bond with me. So I wafted through life. Most days were very lonely. I don't know if you ever noticed, but when we are together, no pony even sees me. I guess that is to be expected, though. After all, you are a princess, and I am nothing more than a baby dragon. There is nothing special about me, except for my magical flame that Princess Celestia gave to me when I was born. Though, that seems moot now between the crystal map, the servants, and the royal guards. You haven't had need of me for decades. Through these past fleeting years, a darkness has crept into my heart, weighing me down. I crawl through these busy crystal halls, and not a single soul says hello or nods to me. I don't think you intended for things to happen as they did, but as I look back to my earliest memories, I can see the abuse and heartache that you gave me. I don't blame you for those, though. You were young and naive, and how could you see that deep down I was suffering when even I didn't recognize that it was there? These days, however, I rarely see you for more than an instant. And when I do, you don't even seem to see me. Just another servant in your eyes, I suppose. In truth, I don't even think you remember me as your friend. I'm telling you this not to cause you grief, but understanding. I am alone in these halls, Twilight. All the color of the world has left my sight. All I see now is gloom and gray. Even in my dreams, I no longer find escape. It is nothing, and I am no one. I tried to find a new purpose in life. I really have. But since all those around me see nothing but an infant, I am left with nothing. It would be wonderful if by some miracle you could sense my intentions and try to stop me. Tell me that everything will be alright. But even if you somehow managed to do that, I wouldn't believe you. This is not the first time we've had a discussion similar to this situation, Twilight. But every time we do, you tell me that you love me and that you would never leave me. Then, by the next day, you're back to your old habits and leave me behind. So no, Twilight. Even if you read this and use a time spell to travel back in time to stop me, it would only delay the inevitable. I'm already dead inside anyways. I no longer feel anything, neither physical nor emotional. I am an empty shell. alive, but not truly living. If you wanted, we both know that you could use your magic to bind me to your will, but that wouldn't fix anything. I'd just be your puppet. I've tried to cope with my dilemma, Twilight. I really have. I even went to therapists and counseling, but none of them can grasp my situation since they are adult ponies. Ponies with purpose. And I am a dragon. I would have outlived you, Twilight. Do you believe me? There are dragons from the beginning of time that are still alive, but only a small handful of alicorns. Then again, you aren't really an alicorn, are you? You will live longer than any of the 3 tribes of ponies, but you will not outlive my kind. If the circumstances were different, this wouldn't bother me so much, but now that I see the future of Equestria, I only see blackness for me. There's no place for a dragon raised by a princess. I'm being crushed by the very weight of my depression, Twilight. It is hard to breathe. I am left with one option, and it is the one option that I have been fighting against so long. Death will be my release. I've even tried a few times before, but when I did, my scales would slice through the rope, or the plate couldn't cut through them. I have tried drowning in a lake and falling off of a cliff, but I guess I can breathe underwater and fall from great heights. Who knew? Since fire is an obvious no-go for a dragon to kill themselves and starvation takes too long, I am left but with one option, Twilight. As I write this letter to you, a poison is spreading through my body. I have taken an incredibly rare and lethal poison that has been used to kill dragons in the past. I will be dead in mere moments. Please don't cry for me, Twilight. I am at peace for the first time in many, many years. Maybe we can start over in the afterlife and become real friends again. Though, that is if we go to the same place, isn't it? If by some chance there is some pony that cries for me, please tell them that I am sorry. But if you're the only one that cries for me, I guess that is okay too. Maybe my life had some meaning then for the Princess of Magic to mourn my passing. Maybe the others are waiting for me on the other side. If they are, I will join them and wait patiently for you to come back to us. I might even see my real parents. Wouldn't that be something? Whatever lies on the other side for me, I will embrace it. Twilight, I hope you will come to understand my pain and use it to help others who are dealing with depression. It won't be long now. I can feel, Twilight. I can feel the embrace of death. It isn't cold. It is warm, but not in the sense of heat. It is more like the warm embrace of a beloved, gently hugging you. I, of course, can feel the cold surrounding me, signifying that I am close, but my soul feels the warmth of the embrace, not the chill. So that is what I write to you. Please, Twilight, just do one last thing for me, from one friend to another. Remember the good times that we shared together. Goodbye. Your former #1 assistant, no. Your friend, always, Spike.
A half-empty bottle of clear liquid lies next to a letter. Gentle rays of sunset outline a small figure sitting in a chair, its head down in its chest. A single tear falls from its face, landing on the parchment. A murder of crows caw as they take flight outside the window, sending black feathers to dance within the now barren room. The end.